man-centered operations. All flight directors, I want to go, no go for launch. Internet,
go.
Computers, phone, go. Blog Talk Radio, go. Commercial, go. Music, go. Facebook and Twitter.
We are go.
Worldwide callers.
Go flight.
Capcom 8-Up.
Go flight.
Capcom Chill Will.
Go flight.
Capcom Fat Cat.
Go flight.
Control Tower, go for launch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's yo show time.
Yo, 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 yeah, yo, 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 yo,
yo show.
Dig it, yo, 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 yo.
8-Up Chill Will Fat Cat.
What? Lights, camera, action in the minute we on. And yo, show the type of show that people wanna be on. And yo, we about to get us our academy on. And yo, we about to talk until our sanity's gone. Whether you out in the field or you chillin' at home, got a minute, hit us up, man, and tell us what's wrong. You would never be bored, we won't be keeping you long. If you wanna, man, you can even say your piece and be gone. But no, we wanna keep you a minute, get you all in it, open the flow, like a Senate. Don't you be timid, give us a second, because seconds come minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes. Yo, my man, I think they get it. Whether it's who's who or celebrity news, we could even go old school like 70 shoes. If you out by yourself and you drinking a brew, if you out with the crew, man, whatever you do, hit the yo show. All my people in the front, don't front, we got it all and we know what you want on the yo show. All my people in the back, in fact, hit us up, man, you know where we at on the yo show. All my people on the side, alright, lay back and enjoy the ride on the yo show. All my people jump up real high, get fly, we can touch the sky. It's the yo show, yo, we know you feeling it, man. We can talk about if your job scared you to can. We can talk about the prayers or the war in Iran. Let us know how it's laying, you might just become a fan. Hit us up, why you delaying? You need to quit playing. The kind of show that wanna know exactly what is you saying. Don't be feeling no pressure, don't get backed in the corner. If the feeling is strong, you can say what you gonna. You can say what you wanna, because the topics are warmer than Rihanna in the Bahamas, lounging in the sauna. Whether it's overseas, whether it's on the block, man, we got the host that be stirring the pot. Chill Wheels and artists, 8-Up, we got it. Fat Cat's the real deal, so we ready to get started on the yo show. Yo, 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 yo. All my people in the front, we got it all and we know what you want on the yo show. All my people in the back, in fact, hit us up, man, you know where we at on the yo show. All my people on the side, alright, lay back and enjoy the ride on the yo show. All my people jump up real high, get fly, we can touch the sky. Yo, yo.
Broadcasting live from the greater Detroit area, it's the Yo Show, where your opinion might make a difference. With your hosts, 8-Up, Fat Cat, and Chill Will, we'll hear your opinion. But you have to call us at 845-277-9212 and press 1 if you want your opinion to go live. Otherwise, it's just our opinion. So let's get to your hosts, 8-Up, Fat Cat, and Chill Will of the Yo Show.
Yo, 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 it's 8-Up and Fat Cat. We're wondering if Chill Will's going to make it in today, but we're not sure. We've been trying to get a hold of him, but I guess he's taking the overnight sleep since he works overnight. So, Fat Cat, how's it going today?
All right, man. I'm ready for this show, man. I mean, ready. I mean, what about you?
Man, it's an interesting topic that you guys picked over the weekend, and it's in reference to relationships and how they grow and when to let go. And today we'll talk about the good and bad qualities that make relationships work or don't work. So, Fat Cat, take the lead on this one. I'm sit back and listen to you. But before you start, if you'd like to comment, give us a call at 845-277-9212 and press 1 if you'd like to comment on today's show. Go ahead, Fat Cat.
Okay, we all know the scenario, boy meets girl, boy-girl falls in love, boy-girl gets married, have kids, etc., and live happily ever after. But not all relationships turn out that way. Reality is some relationships end in divorce, nasty custody battles, and sometimes even death, But the questions are, how do you find that perfect mate? How do you know truly you love the one that you're with or they love you? How do you maintain a good relationship? When do you let go? these are not easy questions, but nevertheless, we're going to talk about them today on the Yo Show. So, Ada, you being married, and I mean both of us being married people, how did you go about, meeting your perfect mate? Ada? 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 We having technical difficulties? Well, I'm just gonna go ahead anyway. With me, I met my wife 10 years ago, and it was something that I wasn't really ready for. Really ready for. I wasn't really trying to meet no one. I was dating and doing all kinds of dating, but I wasn't really looking for nothing. But we had a mutual person at the job. We worked together. We had a mutual person at the job that kind of like put things in motion for us, because I wasn't really looking at my wife like that at the time, but things took place and we kind of hit it off like once we got to talking. But before then, I was doing a lot of dating and we kind of just ran into each other, and things transpired how they transpired, and we fell in love, and we dated, and probably about a year or so into our relationship, my wife told me that she wasn't going to be my girlfriend forever. So I went on ahead and did the right thing, because I knew at that point that her approach was different to me than any other girl. Women sometimes, and men, make the mistake of thinking that the only thing that they can offer a person is sex, and that's not enough to keep a person in line per se, or make it love, because sex can end with just the ease of getting your rocks off. So, Ada.
Yeah.
We got Ada back on the line. I don't know what transpired. So, I was asking the question, how did you go about meeting your perfect mate?
Well, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was an interesting story there. Me and my wife, we met a long time ago. I mean, my very first job was working at a gas station, and we met then, and it was interesting. I mean, we didn't think nothing of it, but it was almost 20-plus years later that we reconnected, and that's how we connected really well, and then we just went on ahead and got married.
Okay.
But there have been other relationships that just didn't make it past, day one.
Right. I mean, we all go through that. I always tell, even my son who just turned 18, I told him to, focus on you, get yourself together, and because you're going to go through tons of relationships before you find that right person. You always, the first person to take your heart, you always think that's the one. But things transpire like, it never is. But my question,
because you hear a lot of stories of people, like you said, boy meets girl, and they're in high school. But then, true enough, you can get lucky. I mean, there's a rare opportunity that you meet your mate in high school. So whereas you can always say, this is my high school sweetheart. Whereas sometimes, and I'm not saying that all relationships are going to go in this boat, but then 10, 15 years down the road, if that relationship is still strong, yes, you'll be one of the lucky few that will have a long-lasting marriage. But somewhere, and not saying all, Something's going to go
Right.
wrong, and then there's a
Right.
split. Now, on Chill Will's incidents, he got lucky. He's been married
Hello?
to his
Yeah.
wife, what? Hey, is that
Hello?
Chill there?
Yeah, hey, Chill Will.
Yeah, I've been here, man. I was just letting y'all talk, man. Just letting
Oh,
y'all
okay.
talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Chill, how long
Okay.
have you been married?
All right, hey people. Sorry for the inconvenience. Having technical problems here, but I'm here. I've
How
been
long have
married
you been
for.
married, Chill?
I've been married for almost 27 years.
Wow. So you a guru.
Yeah, he's the Yoda of marriage right now.
Yeah. Between us.
I am the Yoda of my marriage.
So what do you do? What do you do to keep your marriage going? I mean, I'm not going to say happy and dandy, but what do you do to keep it going?
You got to keep things new, people. You know, it could quickly just sour if you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. You got to be new. You got to be, exciting. You got to keep everything, just exciting for me anyway. For me, I just think it for me to keep it more exciting for my wife. Be the joker. Sometimes be the bad guy. Gotta switch it up. You gotta switch it up because
Right.
if they
So
know
a stale marriage is not going to work.
it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Right. Right.
So
As
so
far
my
as
question,
okay, go ahead. What's the question?
I mean, my question to both of you: what do you think the biggest fear of falling in love is?
Well, naturally, the disappointment of not being with someone. I mean, true, there's a lot of people out there that are happy being single, but then they go through all these ups and downs as far as a relationship. There's a friend of mine that I've been periscoping with, and she says that she met this guy on Tinder, and she went out with him, and they went back to his house, and the first thing she saw was, I think her phone rang, and she looked down to answer it, and she saw a real big box of condoms. Now, this is the first date.
Wow.
To me, it was like, okay, me thinking like, okay, that is nowhere near the first date experience.
Wow.
I mean, you don't want to. I mean, true
Yeah.
enough. I mean, I know sexual relations in a relationship is a bonus, but on the first date,
right.
I mean,
Right.
Chill. Or better yet, Fat Cat. What was your first date with your wife?
My first date with my wife, we actually went to, we made this thing kind of like the law, let's say the Holy Grail, and we kept it. We went to the movies and we went to Applebee's, and everything was present. My thing was this, I was kind of like in a tailspin, and I didn't want to, I really wanted to know what I was feeling for her, so I didn't make sex an objective. And so, we actually didn't consummate being together for the longest. I think it was like months down the line before that even happened, because I didn't want to be caught up in them feelings of, not knowing if it was truly love or infatuation. But all I knew at the time was that I just wanted to be around her. Wherever she was, that's where I wanted to be.
How about you, Chill?
So,
How about you, Chill? What was your first date like?
Man, well,
if you can remember it.
No, I can remember it, man. But it's like, I was in my late teens, 17 years old, when I had my date, and I remember it just like it was yesterday. Went to the Hamtramck Fair.
The one that's around Labor Day.
Yes. I didn't even know if they still have it or not, but
they still have
it.
They still have it. That's one of the big things that's coming up in Detroit on that Labor Day weekend. You got the Royal Oak Arts Beats and Eats. You got the Jazz Festival, which is downtown, and then you got the Hamtramck Fair, and I think the Michigan State Fair out in Novi. So that is a big entertainment weekend.
Right.
Well, I guess I thought it was a big entertainment weekend back then, back in 1988.
It's still big now. My first date. I mean, well, continue with your first date incident, Chill.
Yeah, like I said, I took her to the fair in Hamtramck. She wasn't really digging me because, I was wearing glasses then, I guess she wanted this tall, handsome guy, whatever, I had these Coke bottle glasses, man, looking like Mr. Magoo. You know what I'm saying?
You still look like Mr. Magoo every once in a while.
Man, whatever, man. You made me almost come off my element, man. But I walked into the we went into the House of Mirrors, and we was going in there, and I made a mistake, and I ran into one of the mirrors, man. I broke my glasses, man. And I guess.
And then that's when she started liking you more.
Then she looking at me, it's like, wow, this guy is really handsome. And then she,
starstruck.
Started making me looking like I was cool then, before I was a nerd. You know what I'm saying?
Start getting you clothes and buying your underwear. So my first date with my wife, and it was really simple. We kind of spoke where we worked at, and then I said, well, what are you doing tonight? And she said, well, I'm not doing anything. I said, well, meet me downtown at the Hard Rock Cafe. And so we went in, we had a bite to eat, and we had some drinks, and it wasn't nothing extravagant, and then it just led on. And 6 years later, more than that, it's almost 10 now, but 10 years later, and we're married, and we're happy, we're having fun, we laugh and joke, we got 2 fur babies. Her son just got married recently, which we will probably try to get on as an interview on here. But, and my family and her family, we all love each other. We all have fun. We laugh. We joke. We got some comedians in the family. We got some serious people. I mean, it's a great relationship that we have going on. So, but we're going to take a quick break right now. And don't forget, if you want to give us a call, you can call us at 845-277-9212 and press 1 if you'd like to comment. You can also contact us on Facebook and Twitter at The Yo Show, or if you'd like, you can email us at theyouropinionshow@gmail.com. We'll be right back.
Here at 8up Videos, we provide video recording for many types of engagement needs, like weddings, commercials, proms, family reunions, bachelor or bachelorette parties, artist and talent portfolios, concerts and interviews with local artists, and the Get to Know Me series. So call today at 248-747-3463 to check out our affordable packages. Hey listeners, do you want your event, company, or brand to be heard on The Yo Show? In a commercial, that is. Then contact us at theyouropinionshow@gmail.com. We have packages for all your needs, starting at $30 for 4 spots a month. That's right, $30 for 4 spots a month. Contact us again at theyouropinionshow@gmail.com, and we'll be listening. Welcome back to The Yo Show. The Live is radio on the internet. with your hosts, A-Dub, Chill Will, and Fat Cat. Now let's get back to the topic at hand on the Yo Show, where your opinion might make a difference.
Welcome back to the Yo Show. We're talking about relationships, how they grow, and when to let go. Okay, fellas. Well, we talked about the good parts on how to make it grow. Let's do some of the parts of how to let go. Fat Cat, you got any?
Well, I kind of had an outline of because we wasn't quite through with the good qualities because somebody was getting long-winded with the back down memory lane, and so I heard birds chirping and people holding hands and walks in the park and all that. So we kind of like broke down the good qualities in a relationship, and we broke it down to loyalty for one, because you gotta have that commitment and trust. Because my biggest fear of getting into a relationship is investing. That I invested too much into the relationship. That's one of my biggest fears, and I done wasted so much of my life with this one person, and it was a big waste of time. And starting all over is a big thing, So, of course, that loyalty is. What was that?
But at the same time, you learn from your experience. True enough, your first one is not always going to be the first one for some people. Now, there's the good chance that you might go through a bunch of frogs to find your prince or princess. So, true enough, I mean, I've had girlfriends, they worked out really well, long-term relationships. In my case, 5 to 8 year relationships. But then there's the ones where it was just like, okay, I wasted time doing this, but I learned from what mistakes I did to make them better and what I can and can't do.
Right.
So
for time purposes, we're going to kind of move it. Then we got nurturing, of course, the growth and development of it. You take just like you take anything, a garden or a flower, you gotta water it, you gotta tend to it, and all that. So, which brings me to number 3, the respect. Knowing your boundaries and stuff, and just because I'm pretty sure your wife has some things that she don't like that you do. Of course, for all of us that's on the panel that's married, we got some things that our wives would be like, I don't like when you do that, or so we have to learn to respect.
And it's going to be natural.
Right. So, which now brings me to number 4, agree to disagree. We're going to have those moments where, just say we both going in 2 different directions down a one-way street, and we colliding head on. So we have to figure out, like, give a little leeway to each other so it won't be a wreck, a total wreck.
Very true. So, well, let's get Chill in on one of these. I mean, true enough, you just kicked out 2 of them, so let's see if Chill's got something to say on those 2 topic points.
What you mean, agree to disagree? Well,
and the other one to the boundaries, the respect boundaries.
Yeah, I mean, simple little things irritate another person. Like my wife, at dinner time, she don't like how I chew. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I gotta chew to eat my food. Like, what you want me to do? Like, I just don't like the way you chew. And it's like, I gotta live, I gotta eat, so I don't know what you want me to do. So
right.
So in the end, she had to agree with it. She got to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? So
well, you could put all your food in the blender and you can drink it. It's still the same food.
Man, I'm not 80 years old with no teeth, man. I ain't about to do all that.
But you don't have to chew it.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's get back on the topic, though.
Right.
Number 5, which is the last one under the good qualities, is love and recognizing true love and not infatuation. You know, the short-term passion. We love. When I think of love, man, I think of just unconditional. I mean, our love shouldn't have no conditions. If I lose my teeth or if I'm become crippled, I want to know that you're there, still there, and nothing has changed. You know?
Right. Yeah, that's the same thing. I mean, me and my wife, we've talked about the possibilities of what could happen, and my wife already told me that this is a one and done deal. So I'm stuck with her.
Same here.
Hmm.
So
I know, Will, you've been going through the ups and downs on that case. I mean, you've got, 24, 25 years in, and I know there's been a bunch of times where you say, I'm leaving, and then she would say, I'm leaving too, or depending on what the situation may have been, but you still stuck it through.
There's nothing
and
wrong
that's
with
why
those
you
up
had
and
the
down.
longevity.
There's nothing wrong with your...
Nah.
Nothing wrong
I
with
never
being
said
tested.
I was going to leave. Yeah, but I agree with you on that, though. Brother, love's got to be like that. If you get a big old bump on your face and looking hideous, man, and you got somebody who love you, you know what I'm saying?
Right. What about? Let's get off into the bad qualities quick.
We got
number
to
one
do
for
this
me
quick.
would be unfaithfulness.
That's
That's self-explanatory. That's self-explanatory. Then we go down to the disconnection mentally. When you feel like when there's nothing happening, we're not talking, we're not communicating. And number 3, selfishness. And when
number 4, lying.
And number 4, with the verbal and physical abuse. Yeah, which kind of ties into unfaithfulness to me, because if you lie to me, to me, that's you already cheated to me. So,
right.
I know we got time's sake. I just want to get into when it's time to let go. What do you think about that, Ada? When is it time to let go?
Well, true enough, a lot of the qualities of what you said on the bad end need to be addressed. You need to look at it as far as, am I happy? Will it work? Stuff like that. But the other condition of it is just to make sure that if it's not right for you, don't get into it too soon. So,
right.
I know today's topic was relationships, how they grow and let go. We have the hosts, Chill Will, Fat Cat, and I, 8up. Chill, you got any final thoughts?
Hey, not really, man. Just everybody have a nice peace one out there. If the show cut us off, I don't know, but if you feel like you in love with somebody and somebody's not giving you the love back, then I guess that's the time to let them go. You know what I'm saying? But peace and love to everybody, and you can make it through the relationship regardless.
Fat, give me a 20-second clip on what your final thoughts.
Okay, recognize key words and actions in your mate. Sometimes people won't verbally say what they want, but in their actions it says a lot. So pay attention to that in your relationship, and you'll figure things. You'll see things that come pretty easy. But other than that, let's learn to love each other. Let's have a happy life.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're not sure if it's going to cut us off for sure, but check us out on Mondays at 12 noon, right here on Blog Talk Radio /The Yo Show, and come back next week and who knows what the topic might be. So we'll see you next week. Well, it's given us the extended time. So let's continue on with the bad points of the relationships. What can you do to avoid being on the bad end of it?
The infatuation, like I said, just recognizing what the relationship truly is and defining our roles in the relationship. That's important. If I'm strictly just a booty call, let me know that that's the case. If we're going to establish something together, then let that be known. Let it. But don't force it. But just let's say, I want to be with you, and I hope that you want to be with me, and let's get together and make this thing happen. Don't string me on and be like, yeah, you're the only one, and then next thing you know, I'm trying to get close and build with you, and your mind on the other side of town.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. You think of somebody loving you and carrying on, and that's a real hard feeling to have, man. But to me, it's like you can really feel the disconnect in a person if they not giving the love back. Don't force nobody to love you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
If you feel that disconnect right there, that's give you a key point, like you were saying, an indicator that it's not going to work, and you can't force nobody to change.
Yeah, or to love you. Right.
Or to love you. Right.
Yep. It really, that tying into really what we thought we wasn't going to have enough time for is the mistakes that are often made in relationships, which we broke down before, and that's, forcing a relationship to work, which what we just got through talking about, which was self-explanatory, but number 2 was real key to me is mistaking early jealousy in your relationship as being cute. What do you think about that, Ada?
Repeat the question, I'm sorry.
I said mistaking early jealousy in your relationship as being cute.
Oh, definitely. It's not cool. You get the jealousy in early, and naturally you're not going to trust the person. If you can't trust a person, then what kind of life are you going to have?
Right. So,
especially if you okay, true, yeah, when you're dating someone, you're trying to find the right person. So you're going to probably date a few people, but just don't get stuck on one person, and then you get in with them, and then you got years down the road invested, and then all of a sudden somebody new comes along. Just because they're new, you're going to start cheating on the one that you've invested all the time with. You're going to say that, at least let them know up front, whether male or female, hey, I'm dating, you're not the only person that I'm strictly involved with, so please, take it as it is. Don't get mad if we can't do things when you want.
Right.
So,
and that goes.
And it's hard.
Yeah, definitely. That ties into number 3, which was failure to define the relationship. Like we said, let me know what I am. Let me know what this role is. But at the same time, oftentimes, what they say, how the saying go, you play with fire, you get burned. And because you go into something and you may see bad signs in that mate, in that mate that you're dating, but going back to number 1, we want to force it to work. We want to force it to work. We may see that. Yeah, we may see that early jealousy and be like, oh, your mate, you walking with somebody, some some girl or something look at you, and the next thing you know, she like, what's she looking at or something, like that, and you like, oh, babe, calm down. That's, and inside you proud because you got a woman that's willing to stand up and fight for you, but you don't know, that could be fueling the fire. So
right. I mean, but if you establish it early enough, saying that, hey, we're just dating, and I'm gonna look. I don't mind if you look. Looking is one thing. If you're out on a date and then someone approaches or you approach another person, that's automatic dismissal from the date. But to me, I mean, it's like, okay. Yeah.
To me, it's like you left the door open, man. If you dating somebody, then that should be what it is about. If you leave the door open, what I mean is saying, I don't mind if you look, and vice versa. That's like Adam and Eve, like looking at the apple. You know what I'm saying? If you into this person, then you into this person. Don't be looking at other pieces of fruit. You know what I'm saying?
But how many times have you been in a scenario where you were out with a certain female and you said, look here, I like how we doing, everything's cool, but I want to date. I just want to date, I want to be cool. Then especially when you get involved sexually, then a different aspect
a different
come
story.
out.
That's a different story here.
But dating, come on, let's be real. We not in the 1930s and stuff where they held hands and holding hands was courting and singing, I ain't in the mood for love. We in a whole different era where sex is going to be part of that.
Right.
So learning how to control them feelings of once I lay it down on you, you know how to separate that feeling. Like, oh, okay, I know this stuff was good, but let me get myself together and pull back, because I know he just said he wanted to date, but I want a little bit more from him. How do that person get through to that? How do we reestablish the boundaries again? Chill, Will.
Right.
Well, I feel like I'm not qualified to even answer that question because I haven't had no long stretch of dating period. When I was 17, I never had any of those situations come up, But as far as other people, man, like I said. Go ahead.
Can I rephrase the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I rephrase the question? Okay.
Yes,
let's do a mad erase. Whoop, you're no longer married. I freed you from the shackles. I'm free. You're free. So you can sing Pharaoh, let my people go and everything. So I gave you a free hall pass.
Okay.
So now you're out. You're out, and it's a girl out here, and she's a bad mama jamma, whatever you want to say, and you like her, and you want to do things.
Okay, why do I like her? Why do I like her? For sexual appearance or?
She's sexy as hell to you, appearance-wise. She's sexy as hell to you.
I'm already turned off, dude. I'm sorry. I'm already turned off.
She
I want to go back. I want to go back to the plantation, dog. I'm sorry.
No. But listen. She's sexy as hell. Sexy as hell to you. Stop chicken Georgian too. She's sexy as hell to you, and you have a chance. Just say. You like her, but you don't love her. But the only thing you want to do is do your thing with her. But, y'all do your thing, and she gets serious. How do you handle it? Man,
I wouldn't even had it go to that far, man, because it had to be more than just a sexual appearance for me to like the person, man. For real, man. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm already turned off because the way she looked and, you know, and I don't even know her, you know.
But you single. You single. Come on. I know you before you got married, you was a man.
I need to get to know her. I need to get to know her, dude, because I'm not going to have that sexual bond with somebody and have somebody come on me if I'm not really feeling her, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling her by the way she look and stuff, but I need to really know her, man, to see if she a dingbat or whatever the heck going on with her, man. I gotta find that out.
It's just a booty call. It's just a booty call. It's not.
Bro,
it's not a person. So you're not with. So you ban booty calls?
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
You ban booty calls?
Hey, fat cat.
I don't get it, bro.
Fat cat.
I don't get it.
Fat cat. You gotta remember, fat cat. You gotta remember, Chill's been in the real world and he's utilizing the real world experience. So now, my case,
I switch that question
in my
to you.
case,
yes.
Okay, with the couple minutes we got left, in my case, it depends. You know, if I'm physically attracted to her, okay, and that's all I want to do is a booty call at that time, I would approach and get to know briefly, and hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, no big deal. That was my intention. Now, if it was her intention as well, then fine. It's both of our intentions. But as far as the seriousness after we do this booty call, we'll have to take it as it is. I mean, true, if it works out, great. If it doesn't, don't invest the time into it. Find out early.
But what he said, wonder if she gets serious. But you not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I guess you established the boundaries before. I don't know.
But you established the boundaries, but this person still want to go through it.
Right.
I've been in that situation.
I've been in that boat too.
Wow.
I think I might. It could have been either me or her who have gotten serious, and we just didn't go any further with it. But great topic, fellas. Great topic. We don't want to get cut off by the accidental Blog Talk cutoff. So we're going to call the show. And if you'd like to give us a call next week at 845-277-9212, and press 1 if you'd like to comment on our show next week. You can also check us out on Facebook and Twitter at The Yo Show, or you can email us at theyouropinionshow@gmail.com. Fellas, it was great.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm sorry, Fat Cat. Wife has been good to me, brother. Wife has been good to me, brother. I couldn't see it, brother. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, like you said, we agree to disagree. You know,
and that's the whole point of the show.
You know, I know right now I'm a husband, a father, but before I became that, I was a player. A player card
on that note. On that note, fellas, let's end the show. 8 up, Chill Will and Fat Cat. We'll see y'all next week.